tonight's Thoughts from 5D is called Grounding Yourself in the Real. This is Thoughts from 5D. I'm Otis 5D. All right, so I just had this sinking feeling all day about how just intolerably fake everything is. And I was thinking I was going to rant about that and Israel and, you know, my usual things, the rise of AI or something. But it just feels like everything is so fake. And I will give one example that is not a particularly good example. It's just one example of like a billion, which is the drama around Ashley St. Clair, who is a right-wing, supposedly. You never know with these e-girls, like what they actually are, who was impregnated by Elon Musk. And it's just like, dude, like, who cares? What is this? What is any of this? What is conservatism? What is the right wing? What is anything? And I had like a bad feeling about making videos, about streaming, and I was like, what is it? And it's like I don't want my life to be, you know, ranting about how everything's fake and gay. 'Cause I don't know. I have to admit that I am just as happy as anyone else, happy as a clam that Doge and, you know, auditing the government and giving these DC bureaucrats what they have deserved since I've been alive. And yet I still just have this horrible feeling that everything is still completely super fake. And I don't want to black pill people. I feel like there's a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, and I think enthusiasm is a good thing. And so, and then I shouldn't have picked Ashley St. Clair. You know what I should have picked? I should have picked meme coins. Meme coins are actually the perfect. I kind of love the idea of meme coins, or at least I thought I loved the idea of meme coins, but the degeneracy and nihilism and seeing all, okay, I'm going to rant a little bit. Seeing all these streamers like the Nelk boys that are, you know, like the Gen Z Trump guys that are just promoting like gambling apps and all of the streaming platforms promoting gambling, and like Tucker Carlson selling Zyn, you know, nicotine salt pouches. And it's like, it's all just drugs and gambling and meme coins. Like, that's the based culture. The based culture is meme coins, different drugs like nicotine and caffeine instead of weed, and gambling. And then these thoughts, these like trad thoughts, you know, they said that this stuff leaked, like who knows if it's true, but it sure smells true, that Ashley St. Clair was just some, you know, I went to college, I know these kind of girls, I've been around the block. They said, you know, that it leaked that her nickname was Smashly. You know, that makes sense. She looks like a Smashly. You know, physiognomy is destiny, right? So anyway, like, that's that. You know, only took me 4 minutes. That's like record time for me to kind of get to the point. And so I was thinking, like, okay, well, I don't, you know, what's the white pill here? What's the optimism? And I was like, okay, ground yourself in the real. There's a concept in the law of attraction that, you know, you should focus on what you want, not on what you don't want, right? And in a certain sense, black pilling is focusing on what you don't want. And there is a challenge in that focusing on what you want is very humble. And that's what I was thinking about. I was just thinking about humility and, the meek shall inherit the earth, and the paradoxical nature of reality, that what seems fast is slow and what seems slow is fast. And so to me, the core thing about grounding yourself in the real is doing everything in your power to devote all of your time to things you actually believe in, to not being cynical, to not doing things cynically to make a quick buck with nicotine pouches or alcohol. Or actually, I don't want to diss Tucker. I'm sure, nicotine is a nootropic, and I'm not trying to diss, okay? But because I don't think he's doing that cynically, personally. I could be totally wrong, but and to just living one's life in a way that the news cycles just fly past you like so many seasons. And it's interesting for me because at one point I felt like I was a somebody, and now I realize like I'm a total nobody. And the interesting part is that because I have had the experience of being a somebody when prior to that I was a nobody, to go back to being a nobody, I know that the winds of fate could change and I could make the right content or just the right luck of the dice could happen, and all of a sudden I could be a somebody again. And that these things are like seasons. You can't necessarily control them. Some people are better than others at, bending reality toward their will, and maybe I'm not that good at it, I don't know. But nevertheless, it's like when I take that tack, it's like, okay, I plant my flag in the ground as this, and I just do it, because to me this is real. This is an authentic expression of what I actually believe. And that if I'm able to build something out of this, whatever that ends up being, it will be real to who I actually am. And there is something so like eternal in that. And it's like the gift of that is your life and your soul, and the price of the other is your life and your soul. Because all of this short-term thinking, where it leads is nowhere. And it's very good. It can be very good at giving the illusion that you're getting somewhere. But the years go on and it didn't build to anything, because it's not real. Only real things can build into something that have longevity. And I feel like I feel like if I heard this and I wasn't me, I'd be like, I don't know, bro. You sound just like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and like I'm not convinced. So I'm gonna take a moment to kind of think about what I'm saying and if I can add anything to it of value. The only thing I can think, I feel like maybe I've been trying to avoid, as I am wont to do, using the word God. And I'm so scared of being one of these God people that's always talking about God. I'm just being honest. That's just the truth. But that's really the thing. That's what was hidden in everything I was saying. Like, I just didn't want to come out and say it. The grounding yourself in the real is grounding yourself in God. And I guess the thing is, I don't want to alienate people that don't think that God is real. But it's so weird that Israel and Israel are like, they sound kind of the same. Anyway, that's a total, aside. But I guess the truth is that if you don't believe that God is what is real, then there's no reason to watch my videos. I guess I have to start preaching to the choir to some extent. Because God is real, and because the connection to God is more valuable than everything else put together, if you ground yourself in, actually that's what it is. If you don't ground yourself in that, you're flailing, bro. Even if you don't know it, you are flailing. God has a plan for people's lives, and if you sit still, that plan will reveal itself, and it may be humble and it may be grand, but grounding yourself in it is the only thing that matters in my estimation. I really feel like I'm alienating a lot of people right now that may have thought I was like some kind of tech savvy person or something. I don't care. I'm sorry to say this may be where we part ways. And I think that maybe that's why everything feels so fake, because all of the Elon Musk, David Sachs, etc., it just doesn't feel, Twitter does not feel rooted in God, I guess. And I don't know what to think about any of that. But I think I've given good food for thought. I really do. And so even if you don't want to use the word God, and we'll stick with the word real, grounding yourself in things that are real is like the ultimate life insurance in my worldview. And I would be remiss to not put forth this message because it's what I actually believe. So Otis 5D, check me out, share, blah, blah. Actually, I don't want to stop saying blah, blah. Follow, share, let me know what you think. Come to my website, check out what I got going on, and go fuck yourself. Peace.
Otis5D.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.